Welcome! I'm going away for a few days and I've just arrived at the train station with a few minutes to spare, so I thought I'd update you on what I'm doing. As you can see, the sun is shining, which is just wonderful because it's been horrible here in the UK just recently. Anyway, I'm spending a few days with a friend, and tomorrow, if you follow me for the antique trips, you will love where I'm going tomorrow. It's going to be an early start and I'll bring you along for the ride.
Little different than all the rest.
I don't have any other set plans, but I'll show you what I can when I can. But anyway, I now need to go and pick up my tickets, grab a cup of tea, and I'll wait on the platform, calm myself and get ready for the train. So I've arrived in London and now I'm walking to meet my friend. We're meeting at the Tate Britain, just walking over the Thames. It's been so long since I've been to London that I feel quite discombobulated with all the traffic. Used to my rural life, there's traffic everywhere, but anyway, on I go. I'm not complaining, but it's so hot today. It's beautiful. I have no idea where I'm going, but it's very pretty walking through this park. My goodness, I could do with a cup of tea right now, but I must carry on. I just love seeing the history everywhere you go. Look at this, Surrey Ironworks, Horatio Meyer & Co. Bedstead manufacturers. I did say I didn't know where I was going. I arrived at my destination, which happens to be 15 minutes walk away.
Albert Embankment is ahead on your route.
It's my maps.
It's a large road.
I don't know why I've got the maps on, because I was using the maps before and it wasn't very helpful. So anyway, I'm now 15 minutes away from Tate Britain, so I'm going back over the river. What a view! This bit, there's buses around, looks like a beautiful building. I think I could be here. Yes, this is it. Tate Britain. And there's a really good exhibition on, a Sargent exhibition, about how he used fashion in his paintings. So let's go in, but first I need that cup of tea. I adore art, and when my friend asked me if I'd like to visit the John Singer Sargent exhibition at the Tate Britain, I jumped at the chance. I just don't get to visit art galleries often enough. John Singer Sargent was an American artist, and he was born in 1856 and died in 1925. He was born in Florence, Italy, to American parents, and then went on to study in Italy, Germany and Paris too. He was the most successful portrait painter of his time. I love all of his work, but this one is just stunning. This exhibition is beautifully created with 60 of Sargent's paintings, and it's looking how he worked like a stylist to craft the image of the sitters he painted. He regularly chose the outfits of his collaborators or manipulated their clothing, and the innovative use of costumes was central to his artwork. That was amazing. What a way to spend an afternoon. It's 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm just sitting in my friend's car waiting for my friend to arrive. We're going to Sunbury Antiques for a very early morning antique hunt. I can't wait. Here we are. I hope you're sitting comfortably because this is a big antiques fair and I'm going to take you round and show you as many things as I can. So grab a cup of tea, sit down and enjoy. If you're not familiar with Sunbury Antiques Fair, it's held every other Tuesday, twice a month, and it's held at Kempton Racecourse just outside of London, and it's a whopper. Mark and I actually used to sell antiques here when we very first started to sell antiques and vintage. We used to come down the night before and attempt to sleep in the van because I think it starts at 6:30 in the morning, which is so early. This did used to be one of my favourite fairs to do, and oh gosh, it was chaotic because you weren't allowed to unload your van until it started at 6:30, and at that point traders were coming in and trying to buy off you, and in the winter months when it was dark they were shining their torches in the van and trying to clamber over all your bits as you're trying to get it out. It was so chaotic. Great fun though. Thinking about it, I've never been to Sunbury Antiques as a buyer. It's always been as a seller, so this is a bit of a novelty for me. Although actually I think today I'm a bit more of a browser because I came down to visit my friend by train. I'm travelling really light, so I don't have a lot of room in my luggage and I don't really want to have to carry lots back. So I'm just a browser today and I'm happy to bring you along for the ride. I'm going to stop chitter-chattering now and let you just enjoy as I walk around.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling.
Gosh, this is going to be hard not to buy anything.
So hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love.
As you can see, there is anything and everything. You just never know what you're going to find here. Dealers come from all over the UK to sell here. There's really quite a good buzz today. Oh, I like that. That's very nice.
Came through the door. At the next table, your whiskey neat. The lights were dimmed as our eyes met, moves on me. And forevermore, I like to share that vintage dream.
After all the cold weather we've been having, and wet weather too, I cannot tell you how nice it is to be out in the sun and feel the sun on my back. I finally feel warm. I've been cold for weeks. This is just glorious.
I kept on looking, but everyone's such a bore. Out of a sudden,
This is a beautiful stand.
through the door,
French things always attract me.
your whiskey neat.
I wonder what I can find.
Lights were dimmed as our eyes met,
Pretty paintings?
and forevermore, I like to share that vintage dream. And forevermore,
Walk past the china, Louisa. Walk past the china. You do not need any more. Rubber duck, anyone? Look at that unit, isn't that beautiful? More French loveliness. I do love a bit of enamelware. Oh, champagne buckets, how indulgent. Those wooden boxes are brick moulds. Oh, I'm feeling quite tired now. I think I'm nearly finished. I've gone around and looked at absolutely everything. Thankfully, I haven't seen anything that I really felt that I needed to buy but couldn't get home. Of course, I did buy a couple of small things, which I'll have to show you another day. Right, where's my friend? Don't switch off yet, adventure awaits. Whilst we're travelling to our next destination, let me remind you about Buy Me a Coffee. For the price of a coffee, or in my case, a large green tea, you can help support my YouTube channel. Look at the houses around here. Aren't they amazing? This is a really nice part of London. The great thing about visiting a friend who lives in London and has lived here for quite a while is they know exactly where to take me. I'm having such a great time. We're in Richmond, which apparently is where lots of wealthy old rock stars live, and of course lots of famous people too. I'm not surprised. Kempton was great this morning, and now we've come to Petersham Nurseries for a bit of a mooch around and some lunch, so let's go and have a look. If you're not familiar with Petersham Nurseries, you're in for a treat. It's a really fabulous destination and it's got quite a pull. It's a garden nursery, lifestyle store, and of course there's a restaurant and cafe too. You can spend hours just mooching around. Look at those flowers. Oh my goodness. Parrot tulips, my favourite. First stop, something to eat. These are the flowers just outside of the restaurant. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that. Oh, what a treat. Oh, I can't wait to go in. More beautiful arrangements. Oh, this is nice. Sitting under the wisteria, waiting for our tea to arrive. Heaven. Okay, without the running commentary, let me show you around. Start off in the nursery. So many fabulous plants. It's a good job I can't take anything home with me. I could buy everything. And now into the store, and as you'll see, the displays are just incredible. They really are the masters of style. As I'm videoing, it looks as though there's nobody here, but I'm trying to avoid the crowd. But I can tell you, this place is buzzing. It was just a flying visit on this occasion, but I hope you enjoyed it. Oh my goodness, this is a surprise. I didn't know that you could actually drive through Richmond Park. What a treat. I can't believe this, it's amazing. There's actually deer to the side of me and the London skyline in front of me. It's incredible. I just wasn't expecting this. Richmond Park is actually London's largest site of special scientific interest and a national nature reserve too. I just didn't know that. I was so surprised about Richmond Park and the amount of parks and green space in London that my friend decided to bring me to West Norwood Cemetery, which is absolutely beautiful and so tranquil. Norwood Cemetery is 40 acres of rural cemetery, which is quite incredible. The cow parsley in amongst the gravestones is so pretty. I cannot even begin to describe how peaceful and tranquil it is here. This cemetery is one of the first private landscape cemeteries in London and is also one of the magnificent 7 cemeteries of London too. It's also a site of major historical, architectural and ecological interest. I'm so pleased I visited it. Just one last stop before I head home. I'm at the Fashion and Textiles Museum to look at the Bieber exhibition. I must admit, I'm a little too young to remember Bieber when it was around in the 1960s and 70s, but it's fascinating to see. This exhibition is called the Bieber Story, and it explores how fashion phenomenon Bieber blossomed to become the world's first lifestyle label. It sparked a revolution in how people shopped and how Bieber earned its spot as the brand that epitomises 1960s and 70s fashion. It's fascinating to see and so interesting. I can imagine actually wearing some of the outfits now. They're so well designed. Having said that, Bieber designed for flat-chested women, which is just not me. That was brilliant. I just wish I had a little more time to spend here, but it's time to head home. Gosh, didn't I do a lot in 3 days? I'm heading home with a little bag from Petersham Nurseries with a few bits in. Drop a comment below to let me know what you thought of this vlog. And don't forget, if you'd like to buy me a coffee, I'll leave the link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you again next time. Bye for now.